That was not expected. All right. So, unbeknownst to me, I am actually not starting soon because when I fix a raid, or so, not raid, a break thing you can see above me, we are in a pre-roll, not the pre-roll. Who cares? Either way, the idea or the problem is right now is that I have an automatic switch of scenes. This happens. So my start soon was just completely removed from me, and I'm live apparently. Well, hello everyone. Well, for those who can see me right now, at least, we have ad for another minute or so. And that is all. Just to confirm, I'll explain why I'm choosing to go with the ads. For those who don't know, the reason I have ads on Twitch, we are live on YouTube also. And the reason we have ads now in the beginning is so that we have our free time afterwards. So new viewers that jump in at any point during the stream don't have to have the initial round of ads because we've already set up free time for that part. So that is why we're running ads, the first thing I do. And I need to kind of remove that ad break thing. That was annoying. I'm not sure what to do about that. Oh, well, we'll figure something out. All right, so another 10 seconds. I'm just going to take it easy until then. Nothing really amazing happening right now, and either way. All right, so ads should be done. Everything updates the way I wanted to. I have ad break on my side. I'm running not the ad one. I'm running my main scene. There's a message in chat saying ads are done, which is awesome because it's working. Of course, on YouTube side, you're not seeing all that. You don't care. You don't get ads. At least not the Twitch ads. There we go. Everything looks fine. Just another second though. There's one thing I want to fix. And I kind of have to fix that each time. Which is, where are you? Should be on this part. Okay, let's. All right, so that should be it. No sound, right? Yes, I don't want the sound either to come through you guys or in my ears. So I do have my live stream on the side. That's what I'm kind of rambling about right now. All right, cool. Also, please check me if I keep saying all right and think a lot during the stream. I'm trying to get rid of that habit, please. If you care to spend the time telling me in chat, please do. Because it is annoying to me, as I'm sure it is to all of you listening. And we're going to start. I don't think I have much to talk about really this early. It might come to me during like that's called the brain dead part of the modeling, where I'm just turning everything off and everything just flows. Then I might have something to talk about really. There's nothing really interesting happening today or the past 2 days. All about everything that's been done the past 2 days is either editing a video, a new gym opened up for me today. Well, not for me personally, but it had its launch day or premiere, opening day. That's probably the right word today. And I decided to be a member. I did that a few weeks ago because it's close by. And hopefully it's going to be the gym I need. I'm slightly worried though, because it's a small gym. It's a very small gym with only, and this might not be interesting for everyone, but there's only one squat rack as far as I know. That could be a problem. I hope not. Because I don't want to fight someone to get access to a squat rack. That's the last thing I want to do. Hopefully that is not going to be a problem, or that I'm not going to find right equipment. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. I think that's kind of what's going on now. I did the mistake of buying something. Well, it's not the mistake. The buying part wasn't the mistake. The mistake was that I didn't check certain things. So I wanted my mic to have a shock support. Is it called shock stand? Shock support. Either way, something that keeps my mic from picking up vibrations, because I do think it does. It is picking up some vibrations from my desk. I'm not sure. It does, and I can't find something that can mitigate that. It's meant to be something inside this, but I'm not sure if that's working well enough. But if I can't get something to attach to it, to have this suspended in some kind of shock absorbent thing, I might have to move my arm from my desk to something on the side, like a table or similar. Problem is, I have a desk you're meant to be able to stand next to, right? So it's a elevating desk. Is that what we call it? And lower it up and down. And if I have to have something on the side that I can't lower up or down, that's a problem because, well, as you can imagine, I'm not going to have a mic. But for now, that's not a problem. I'm going to sit down while streaming, so it's fine. And I think that it doesn't sound like there is an issue with vibration for now. Right. All right. No. I said right. All right. Perfect. Awesome. So for those who are interested in my mediocre days, that's what's going on. Nothing really. All right, let's pick it up. We're going to go to Unreal, because last time we did finish this bike plus a few other things. Well, it's not done. It's not the final, but what it is a updated version of what we had with more refined, or just a look that fit more to what we want for our game. And I have a few friends that I'm making this game with. And I did try, or not only tried, I created this material that lerps colors. For now, it's 4 colors. And that's probably what I need. That's or more than I need. One thing I want to make sure I can figure out someday is how to send vertex colors from Blender. Or sorry, send alpha values, alpha data in the vertex colors to Unreal. So that could lead to a 5th color or something else. That could be what we kind of control, the metallic parts or something. Otherwise, if we don't have that access to a specified metallic source, one of these would have to be a metallic based on the need or something along those lines. And I have to create some kind of, I don't know, perhaps a switch. I assume that's going to be a kind of a switch that is connected to one of the colors. Let's say blue. And if someone needs to use this other than myself, I need to tell them, hey, the blue also has another option, which is you can add it to metallic. The way that would be is, let's add a switch. You would have like something like static switch parameter. We would call it use metallic, for example. And then you can say, oh, well, everything that has the mask from the blue channel, if it's set to true, use this. If it's set to false, use a black value, which means non-metallic. White would come from the blue channel. You could then connect it to metallic. You would apply, and nothing happens right now. But if we instead make sure I don't have I think I have a static. No, I set the master material for now as the material for that assets. So let's apply this. So everything that is blue in this case would be the light gray colors. Should not be metallic. It's kind of hard to tell. But yes, all of these colors right here, or sorry, these colors, is it? I think it's these colors, are now metallic. And I guess what we could also do the same thing. Now that I think about it, it could be different. We could do this a different way. Instead of doing it that way, this more complicated way of doing it. Let's say we want to use metallic, which means we now lerp and lerp these together. Might be even more complicated. Doing it this way, everything that's black from my mask will now have a black color. Everything that is white from my mask will have a white color. So in the end, this I'm just recreating this blue option with this lerp. And yeah, that makes no sense. But that is for a future update, if ever, because right now we need to continue the modeling part. We are going to model. I actually don't know what is on the list today. Well, I can tell you this, though. I do have this overlay. And on this, it says pick new assets. That's what I'm supposed to do. Yep, that just means that in Unreal, you just have to go through what is done before, which is from a bot package, and select something from that package. We were go for the bike. Let's turn this off. So we've done this one. We've done the bench. We have done the barbell rack. We haven't done these. Not really fun assets, but they are necessary. So we might do those. Apart from this one, I don't like that one. I think I like it. Let's see what it looks like. It looks like one of those with paddings. Oh, no, it doesn't. What is this? Ooh, that is actually kind of a challenge. If I wanted these parts to be seamless, that could be fun. That could be fun. You know what? I like that challenge. It might not be fun to watch, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. Let's see, any asset export. I'm gonna pass this into export raw barbell number 4. Let's do an export. And in Blender, let's open and import. You don't need to see that part. Import barbell. Import. Of course, we are also given the collision from Unreal. So to remove that part, let's see, we'll need to clear that data. Go to material. We're going to clear that and add this material instead. Matcap. No, this one. Perfect. Let's see. So the things I don't like the thickness of these. They are, let's see. So we can do, if you have a triangular mesh, which is what you're going to get from Unreal, you select it in face mode, then Alt, I believe it's Alt J, and we'll automatically make it into a quad mesh instead, which is nice. Looking at these, I'm going to remake these parts. I'm not sure what I like about, yeah, I don't like the curve. Question is that what they would look like? Right. So I'm trying to think here. let's create a curve that follows this as good as we can. The way we're going to do that is a plane. And roughly put it in place. That's kind of spot on. I think that is good enough. Next. Oh yeah, forgot. When you add a mesh to your scene in an edit mode, so if you have everything selected like this in edit mode, and you add a new playing mesh and thing, it's going to automatically be attached to whatever you had selected. In this case, I need to remove it from that selection. And we're also going to, before anything else, move to new selection, new collection. Do a backup. I'm going to lock it with these option or lock option, so I can't select it anymore, and I can hide it. This one, so there's a difference between the eye and the computer monitor, these two icons. If you have it eye selected, I can still show it by clicking Alt-H. But if I have the monitor selected, I can't do anything. It is hidden for me. Nothing, no buttons I'm pressing could unhide it for me. So that's a good thing to remember if you don't want anything to show up without your you want to control over it, right? That made me think about this part. So I need to bevel. Sorry, I need to check. There we go. For beveling, make sure these are set as 1. Otherwise, you're in for a nasty surprise. If I go. So that could still happen. And I believe we're looking at the bottom of my monitor. There's options for the bevel tool. And we're going to use clamp, which means it doesn't pass another vertex. So if it meets another vertex, nothing else happens. It's just not going to bend or bevel the object anymore. You can see it stops. And we're going to do this though. Let's go to X-ray mode first. Clamp. I assume this is more than enough. And thinking ahead, for this is hard to me to point. I wanted to point at my screen. So let's apply this. So what you want to think ahead of is this part. I'm going to have four faces on this side, 4 primitives, whatever we want to call them. And they are going to be the part I use to create this middle part. It will be more obvious in a second, or once I get to that part. Looking at this part though. If I'm not a fan. Okay, so I'm thinking I want this to be more wider. And if I just use a scale, then my curve is going to be affected. I don't want that. What I'm going to do is hide this part. Don't need that anymore. Or for now, at least. You do that. Add first selection. Then we're going to move the origin points to cursor and move that back so it's not in the way. Next, I'm going to move these ever so slightly. I think that's enough. Then we're going to use a mirror. This is a add-on I have. I believe it's the Mesh Machine add-on, or could be the hard ups. I don't remember. Either way, it allows me to quickly use like Alt-Z or Alt-X to add a mirror modifier and just click. And I have mirror modifier in my list. That's a lot better. What we're going to do next is we're going to apply this. I think we don't need that anymore because we need to delete this part. Otherwise, it's going to be in the way. So delete only face. So we have an edge. Select the edge. Go to, hopefully this works. Where are you? Do I need to be in object mode? I do. So I need to be object mode curve. That's not what I expected. It's not what I expect. I hope these would be smooth. No. All right, another option. We're going to keep this as a reference. What we're going to do instead, we're going to create a torus. We're going to lower this to at least 16. Yes, 16 should be more than enough. Let's do 8. That might be a problem. I'm looking at this part. This is where I want to connect the other cylinders. If that's not big enough, adding more segments isn't really going to help me. Well, that might help in a sense, because then I can pick this part. That helping me? I won't get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Yes. 2, 4. 2, 4. Yes, okay. So let's keep it to 12 segments. All these things hopefully will become more obvious at some other point. How about this though? Should I add 4? How many are there? I think we can kind of get away with this a bit. I'm just eyeballing, trying to line up these two parts roughly. Have to be perfect. Let's go. Should be good enough. And I need more radius. I need to be aligning roughly about there. That's good enough. All right. We're going to do next. Should I delete that part too? Yes. Let's delete this part too. Next, we're going to select this, add a cursor, add empty, plane axis. This is just to help me with the mirror stuff. Because what we want to do next is this, but back to the modifier. I'm going to select this object. Everything's fine. I'm going to pick this part, extrude, connect. Perfect. Is that too thin? Yes, it's too thin. And I believe do Alt S, you can thick it up. There we go. How about that? That might be too big. Yeah, it might be too big. Okay, so let's try from 3D cursor. Do this, pick it up. Not sure what to go for. So we're just experimenting. All right, we don't need this part anymore. And from here, what we're going to do, check. We need one in the middle. It's perfect, hopefully. Let's apply. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Is that something you're doing? That's something you're doing. Why, though? Does that make sense? I don't think it does. That's that part. Okay. Well, if it's fixing it, why is it doing that? Why is it the bisect distance? I think it is. If I add that back. Yes. To turn off bisect. Don't need those. All right. Awesome. Just going to save this in a new folder. Let's see. Pressing all the buttons. Hello, cobbler. Yes, hashtag, or sorry, lurk, not hashtag lurk. That's cringe. Right. I'm thinking I need to apply and redo the mirror. What else do I have? I haven't really fixed all my rewards and power-ups, whatever you want to call them. Should. They're kind of basic right now. But hey, they work at least. That's made like the important parts. Let's see. So let's try remove all of these. What we're going to do, we're going to do another mirror. Let's move these 3D cursor. That means that we don't need that anymore. We're going to keep it either way. Hide it for now. So why I want this part is now we're going to do this. We're going to add a new mesh. Let's do a cylinder. Get it down. Oh, no, we're not going to stay that. We're going to do this first. We're going to have problems if I don't. This instead. A rotation though, which is going to be in X. Let's do 90 in X. Depth. Certainly do not need 2 meters. That's way too overkill. So how far? Oop. Oop. Hello? How are you doing? Don't like this. There we go. Do I want that to be perfect line with that part? Or do I want it to be in this area? So one of the reasons why I might want it here is I'll realize something. I might not want these to be 12. And if I start to, oh, I don't like these. This is one of the hardest things you can do as a modeler. I haven't done it in such a long time. I was hoping that this would be enough. But that part might have to go. Should have done. I'm trying to collect my thoughts, so please excuse me for a while. What's going on now? Oh, that is better. Perhaps good enough. That's what we want now. Select these, and hopefully, it's been a while, but hopefully this is going to work. Like so. Select these, go to, not snap. Gonna have face. Let's try individual. Might not work otherwise. It didn't. Oh, I need that one, don't I? No. I want them to snap to the face. Snap not possible. And how about this? This then? No, I can't do that. I mean, I could go the long way of going like with a break wrap, but I don't want to do that. That's such a annoying path to take. What if I go face and one at a time? That at least works annoyingly. Well, it's something. There needs to be a better way to do this. There absolutely need to be a better way to do this. Well, that's something. Next, we want to go to this one, select these. We had them selected. There we go. And hopefully, this is not going to be the way I expected it to go. What are you doing? No. Wait, what? Sorry. It needs to be this one. Yeah, this is horrendous. Let's have a triangle. That's not what I wanted. Which means the 12 I had on this is off. Should have been 8 or 16. Probably should just ignore it. Doubling now will only cause problems. Yeah, look away, kids. This is not how you're meant to do this. I think that's good enough, actually. Like, it's not perfect, but then again, as I've mentioned many times, working on these assets, I'm never going to look at these up close. It's always going to be from quite the distance, so I think we're fine. Let's unhide you. Add you to the center, because now we can use that as our... let's first apply you. Then do this again, but we're going to use this as the pivot points or object reference. Awesome. Checking these. To the center, add a cylinder, rotate it in Y. Ooh, I should have remembered why did I make that one? Dang it. All right. You do it this way. There we go. Awesome. That we're going to do another mirror. I do tend to use mirror quite a lot. Lower the amount of commands or options or moves, let's call them moves, I have to do. It's not going to just modify it or mirror to the other side. Once I connect it to this part, it's going to automatically be mirror over. So perfect. So first of all, I believe these two needs to be moved back ever slightly. Then I'm going to select all of these like so. I'm going to do a rough estimate of what we did. The other side, the other. What am I snapping to? Birch. Now I want to go face. I mentioned this isn't the best way to do this. I'm sure there's quite a few who would see this and cringe quite a bit. All right, so I'm going to save. Got ads incoming. So I'm going to. I found a new fun thing to do during ad breaks. And we're going to play around a bit with that. So let's add this to this part. Here we go. I love that my streaming bot is actually sending stuff proper. So we got 2 minutes of ads. Then we have another free time for I think about 2,000 seconds. Yeah. All right, there you go. 2 minutes of ad. And oh, perfect. Ad break. Might have to move it. Okay, I'll go be completely honest. This ad break stuff, although it is working in kind of the way that I set it up, I am not super happy with it. So we'll leave it though for now. I'm gonna fix it because what I want to do instead, just quickly. I think I wanted to go at the back, down at the bottom of my screen. I am gesturing with my mouse as I'm explaining this, as if you can see it. I want to add it to the bottom, so it's on my side and scrolling, well, towards me from that corner over there. I'm such a great storyteller and explainer. Right, so that's going to happen sometime in the future. But for this, though, I think there's a delay. It has to be. Or either way. So we have a gun, which tells me what? It's either... Could it be Devil May Cry? I know that he uses a gun. Could it be the cover of Devil May Cry 1? No. That's a futuristic gun. This is meant to be easy. I'm not feeling that. There's a red jacket or red. Ooh, is it? No, it can't be. Not Red Dead. No, certainly not. Can't be. It's high noon in deep space. I'm lost. Can I get a clue? Okay, so the clue, we do get some clues. A shooter, PC, but it's wrong franchise. Fair enough. There's a shoulder pad. It's not correct. And also, I can see. Is it a Fallout game? No, it's not. I mean, it's not. I have no idea. That doesn't ring a bell at all. How about it's Ainun. So I do not recognize this at all. How about a skip? Can I skip? No, I can't skip. Okay. All right. As have ended. We welcome back. Yes, welcome back. My break ad is gone. Awesome. Perfect. But god dang it. I mean, nothing. This is wrong. I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong, but nothing else comes to mind. Gun something. Okay. Gun. Gunman Chronicles. I have never heard of this game before. Never. Oh, that is too big. Right. Yes, it's too big. Sierra game. Okay. I mean, it's nostalgia. Really nostalgic. But nothing comes to mind. Never seen it before. Never played it. So that is a fail. I'm not going to accept that as a win. Although I finished it before all the guesses were over. But yeah, no. So back to the modeling. So we are fixing this part. What we're going to have to do. First of all, I need to remove these. Go to vertex snapping. Go. Making sure. Okay. We're going to combine these. Let's do an auto smooth. 60. Make sure everything is combined. That looks proper. That looks roughly the same as the other one. Apart from, what I don't like is this curve. What we're going to do, select these and move them roughly about this part. Now it's all about no real like proper angles or whatever I want to call them. What I'm trying to say is I'm just aligning them as best as I can to a level that looks just good enough. I just want to slide bend on all of these. I mean, nothing looks horrendous. I'm just going to, for fun, add a. Where are you? mean, that is not horrendous. It's decent. Awesome. Let's delete it. So, and delete you and add, no, and now it's smooth. Let's make it smooth. There we go. And we're continuing. There's really no point in waiting because we need to add these parts. So, a new, add you to the world origin, a new cylinder. Again, 9 degrees in Y. Select all of these, flip it, delete, face, Alt S. There we go, that's good enough. I'll move you to roughly this part. So here we go. So how do we want to do this part? I think I have an idea. Do I want to create it the same way as I did with the other barbells? Just keep the same detail level going? I don't think I can. What I can do is import. We can append one scene. So we'll go to a scene, to bench press it. Now we got other options. We can collect, we can get the collections, and we can grab assets. I think that's a good one. What I want is this part. All of the other ones, we could just be gone. I want to see how I made this part. How wide are you? Or you're using statistics. Where are you? Here we go. It's 10. Okay. No, not 10. It's 12. I was afraid of 12. Okay. So what we can do is this. Delete that part. Go to the front. Move it down. And we can do this first. Snap it. There you go. Now all over the place. There we go. And move it so it fits. I want that part, so this part. Added that. There you go. So we're just going to use this as a reference, nothing else. We can hide this part. Let's adjust. We need this one. Let's go with edge. And another. Last one. Fill it in. We're going to do this instead. We're going to delete that part. Combine, or sorry, fill to a bevel instead, I think. Fine. So we can do bevel. I think that is good enough. There we go. That's good enough. Now, going back to this part, selecting. There we go. Extrude, Alt S, move. Perfect. Yeah, I don't like this though. The way we would fix that is we could increase the amount of the resolution amount. We might do that. But then we get 16. This one's at 12. That's not a good combination. Either way, These two needs to be moved back. And I need to delete. Once I've done another thing first. Not snap. Gonna do face. It's close enough. I don't have enough resolution for that part. Perhaps I should be happy with what it is and see what the future holds. Yeah, this needs to be smaller. Let's do vertex snap. Yeah, I should delete the face on the inside first. Otherwise, this is going to be a mess. Is that good enough? Looks like it is. And well, no, it's not good enough. Why not? What's the problem? You are. That's two. That's two. Two. Should be good enough. Yep, should be good enough. We need these. Let's check something first. I'm going to check the bevel on the one we brought in. It's not the biggest, so let's go with. Looks close enough. Let's turn on the wireframe. I'm quite happy with this one. Of course, this part isn't ideal. Now that I look at it, I think, if I remember correctly, this part should be wider. Or something along. I'm pretty sure this part is often one on this side. The side of the ring holds all your plates. I'm pretty sure that is wider than bars on the inside, at least on the regular squat barbell. I'm pretty sure. From a distance, looks good enough. It's quite heavy though. we're looking at, it's going to be more than 1,094. It's probably 2,180 something, because we are not mirroring yet. We haven't applied it yet, which we probably should. So we can delete this part. There we go. Anything I can kind of improve on? Well, I could probably remove these. It's just going to give me an extra 30, 40, 50 extra verts or triangles. What is it? 21, 72, 20, and 44. So we saved 130 verts. Not really a big deal. But it looks roughly the same. Close enough, at least. Probably should move you out to relax that part. That isn't ideal in any way, shape, or form. I would prefer if these two are connected. Can I? Can I get away with collapsing these? I'm going to try. There's a few things we're going to do first. We're going to make sure these are properly spaced. We're not going to worry so much about perfect symmetry. Really no point. Just a rough estimate. Works fine. Go. I think that is... Yep, we got this side. Might be a mistake going this route, but we're going to try it. You can always revert, do another way. So we got these. So if you hold down Control and Alt, selecting one of these edges, or you can do Control Shift Alt, you'll kind of go all the way around. Quick shortcut. That is going to be quad, yeah. My brain. And hard to look at it. I think that's it. So let's do a collapse. That is good enough. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. I think this is within my limits. Let's try one thing. Let's select one quad. What I'll do is select right faces by side. This is all the force. And if I do Control I, so in. Yeah, okay. Which tells me I had triangles, which also tells me I didn't collapse these. Let's do it again. Select, trait, faces, invert, X-ray. And that's fine. These two on the side, they could be engons. No problems. Awesome. All right. These needs to be sharp. I assume they do. Perhaps not. What did I do before this? Did I sharpen? I didn't. Fair enough. How about try this, though? there is an option to Alt-N on the face and set from face, which flattens this part. I think that's a better transition over to. And I didn't. And you are smooth. All right, fair enough. So can't have these. So let's remove those. Awesome. What else can we do? We can name it. This will be Barbell 4. We're going to keep to the naming convention. Might as well, or keep to the old name. Let's see. Other than that, make sure there's no UVs. We don't need UVs at this stage. It's an attribute, light, face. I believe it's face, isn't it? It should be face. Let's do color white. So if I go to vertex paint, sorry, we need to go to attribute, flat, it's white, perfect. Do I need to import that shader though? I don't think I do. So we're going to try and do a vertex paint. I'm going to try see if it's set up correctly. Let's just do it red color. I'll be right back. Yeah. All right. It was nothing. Just loud noise. Right. What else? Harp name. Move it to the correct collection, although I realized last stream that the add-on I've been using to simplify my export to Unreal doesn't work. Or it doesn't work with my pipeline. Because I want to send vertex colors in a specific color space. I think it was linear. That doesn't work with that add-on. It doesn't have that option to select. So you need to go through the traditional old way. Let's close all of these. Yo, I don't need you anymore. Just save. Last check. Oh, can't forget. Can't forget. There we go. Keep normals. I assume I need that. I need to check something. It wouldn't be in one of my streams without some scuff. No, we're fine. All right. So let's send this. Export. Don't need to see this part. Go. Go. Wait, did I make a mistake? Probably did. I wouldn't be surprised. No, I was actually smart. And in Unreal, I should be able to go to turn this off. Where are you? Where are you? Right. That's going to annoy me. This naming convention is going to annoy me at some point. Well, it is now. But at some point, it's going to be extra annoying. For now, it is what it is. Not going to take my time fixing it right now. I believe all of these can be defaults. No, there is one. There's one that always annoys me. Where is it? Is it even in here? Can I do this? There we go. This, for some reason, is checked. And there's probably a very good reason for it. But when I have it checked, it completely destroys my exported shading. So I'd rather have this just turned off. I'm just going to do that. I'm not going to take a chance. Do this. Go to this one. And oops. There we go. I can show you quickly because if I recompute normals, this is what it looks like right now with minus one. Likelihood what's going to happen, it looks bad. But knowing my personal experience with these types of, hey, I'm going to show you a thing, it's just going to go wrong. So let's just apply changes, and of course, it looks decent. Oh, of course. But yes, this has messed up my shading before, so I'm just going to turn it off and keep it to this part, to whatever I got right now. Select this location. Go. Awesome. And we're going to try with this vertex color material. That's correct. Yes, it is correct. It may not look like it, but it is correct. Yes, I know. So I send it out as red. And if you weren't here early in the stream, you might not know this, but I made this material that grabs the red color of the vertex, the red vertex color, use it as an alpha for my alert between these two vector colors. And it's currently displaying this part. And that is why it is slightly bluish in color. And I don't have a material instance, therefore I'm not adjusting these two colors individually because the cycle and this barbell are using the same master material, therefore they have the same color. I need to create material instances for it to be different. So that is fine, it means it's working. What else can I have a look at? No, I think we're fine. So we can go to the next one, which would be not that one. Oh, right. Equipment. I moved it. Do these still have? Yes. Can do that. Awesome. I thought they would go away by themselves, considering they should be empty. Oh, awesome. Barbell bench, which should be the one I made. It is. Right. I forgot something. Dang it. I need to do a new export. Export. There we go. Back to Unreal. Go to Barbell 4. This one needs to be deleted. Yes. Re-import. There we go. Oh, okay, so it's that color, not these colors. That makes sense. Yes, now it's correct. So this is the color space I was talking about earlier. The color became brighter because I was using a different color space. And the color space I am using now is the linear one. Right. That's the one I watched. I am actually triangulating at the same time also. Oh, it's not what I want. Okay. Next one will be there we go. All right. What is the next one? Bench, curl. I think we've done these. Yes, we've done these. Barbell rack, we've done that. This is the old barbell we looked at as another stream. And we're not going to use this one for reasons which might not be obvious, but there's normal issues. The plates are actually on the wrong side of this ring. I'm not sure why they missed that. Size-wise, these are fine. I think I kept roughly the same size as before, as these with the new ones. We can ignore that. Barbell 2 should be roughly the same as before, so we can kind of work with this one. And what we can do is export. I need a new folder. I'm going to call this is number 2, right? Yep. Barbell 02. And export. And in Blender, we're going to save this one. Let's save as. Jumping back. Barbell 2. There we go. We're going to save this as a reference. But I don't think I need these two, though. No. I'm not going to be needing these. Let's move you to asset. No, backup. Let's move to backup. Instead, we're going to import number 2 and remove assets. Let's just clean it up. Not really necessary, since we're not going to use this at all other than as a reference. We're going to lock it. And what are we going to do next? We are going to make I'm not going to make a copy. We're going to use this as a reference. That's what we're going to do. So, how to do this? probably should make it as close as possible to the other one, which would mean that these outer parts would be a 8 segmented cylinder. This part, the main ring, will be a 12 segment ring. So what we should do, bring this up again. Bring up a torus. Is it the correct size? Probably not. Was it the right number though? Ah, got that. Forgot about that part. Let's remake it and make sure it's 24. Yes, that's the how round it is. And 12 segments, that's the number of segments. It goes with it direction. I'm not the best when it comes to terms. Various words. I'm not a wordsmith. All right. Let's go 3D cursor. That seems like it's big enough. No, because we need it as big as that part. Looking at the wrong reference, we need to enlarge it to roughly that part, then use the Alt-S scaling. That looks quite close. That's close enough. This is not a science. Perfect. And a mirror. Awesome. That's great. We got ads soon, but I can probably make this part before that, or at least get it to line up. How big was it? Not that what this one we'll look at. This is the one I want to look at. There you go. It's not exact science, any of this. So it says, it does say it is an air brake right now, but I'm not sure because the Twitch notification hasn't gone up. But I'm going to guess that it is a ad break. So I am going to take a break myself. So get up, stretch, have fun. I'll be right back. Right, so I am back. Still has some ads though. Let's play another game. I want to try to guess the game instead this time. Let's see. How about we just start with something? How about we start with red? Start with red and see what that gets us. All right, so we got single and multiplayer. It's fine. It's an old game, and it's one of these, so we don't have much to go on. What else? What else? No, Overwatch isn't single, is it? I don't know. Bad Company. Okay, so it is a shooter. It's first person. Okay, and it's even older than that. Let's try Battlefield 1942. Okay, seems to be Battlefield franchise. It's newer than this one. So what could it be? Battlefield 3, perhaps? All right. Oh, so that was the Frostbite engine. Oh, so Battlefield 3 was too new. Okay. Didn't know it was. Well, I did know that they work in the Frostbite engine. I didn't know that. Oh, well, I do know that. Oh, there we go. So once you get get going, it's kind of easy. Well, I say that, but go. Right. No, I'm in the box cutter. I don't want to be in the box cutter. Sure why. In the box cutter. Okay. I need to make sure I have. I'm not trying to rip. I'm trying to show the wireframe. 7. Add. Edge. Need to make sure it's straight. Go to vertex. Add it to this part. To a bevel. Extend it beyond. Go. Next, I need to select these faces. And inset, delete. Awesome. Or actually, no. Before we do that, we need these to be snapped to the surface. All right. How about we do it this way? Oh, I need to. All right. Perfect. I know. I'll do it in the face. We need to do the vert. This option, have that on so that once these connect like this, or so snap together, they also merge. That's a good option to use. Ooh, the other way around. Be careful so you don't accidentally destroy the plane, the angle of the plane. just to be sure. There were two verts that were overlapping. Okay, so what we're going to do next is delete these. Make sure I don't think I need the bisect. And let's see, I should move these away from each other ever so slightly so I have enough space for the next thing I'm going to do, which is another inset. And we could, while we're on it, probably collapse these. Is what we did with the last one. Awesome. Almost a perfect circle. Almost. Good. Like this. Oh, awesome. We have a actually loop that goes all the way around. Great. Let's do a bevel to this part. We didn't have this, so let's remove that. And shade smooth. Remove wireframe. Awesome. I'm getting a hang of it. What else? Nope, not the one. This one. And then it's the regular on the side. So what we're going to do, we're going to chop this one into pieces, which means we're going to duplicate it. We're going to send it to the scene collection, hide this part, and we're going to select from the top. Select these. Yes. Delete everything else. Move it out. I also want to move the downside. Well, so I have two options right now. I can move the ring and these parts further out away from main handle, make it wider or longer, I guess. Well, I'm not thinking I should do that is because of this. Now they are very much the same length, apart from the width. The handles are close. Thinking I want to keep them the same length sideways. That will make it, I think that will make it easier for the animator, hopefully. Also something I need to be considered. That's also something I need to think of. The animator. I think we're fine. I hope we're fine. I'm going to assume we're fine. Mostly because I don't know what else to do. I don't know until we get to the point where we have to see. Need to do this first. Oh, you have trying. All right, there you go. No, so none of us. I don't think my animator has actually worked in the style we're working on. Well, technically, he's not even the animator. He is the character artist. So I think he has unofficially the animator role. But I assume we have it. Well, likely is we're going to have to do some common ground to work together on whether or not he has full responsibility for it or whatever. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. Probably try the shrink wrap at some point. I feel this is not accurate enough. All right. That's good. And I'm going to select this one. Move them back. I do assume I'm going to have to now collapse you. I'm going to have to collapse these. Yes. That gives me almost a perfect circle. Just an eyeball circle. That's good enough. And select this entire thing. Hello. All right. And not like that. When that happens, it's because we have a cut. So this part, left part, doesn't really exist so far. It's just a mirror. So if you do an inset, do that again. If you do an inset while you have a hard cut, like an open face, do an inset, you could get this result. And the way to fix that is to press B, because down in your down, the lower parts of my monitor, once you're using a tool, the vast majority of times you'll see options. And in this case, the boundary option is activated, or sorry, no, I think it is activated, but we can deactivate it, and then you'll get this result where it's following the empty face of open face instead of just walking in towards the center of the face instead. Delete these. We need to go back to vertex. Sure, these are connected. And right now, they're not going to merge because we don't have a joined mesh. Ooh, do I need to? I probably do. I need to, like this. That's annoying. From the top, I think this is fine. I just want to move this ever so slightly over. Guessing I'm going to do the same for this side. This. Awesome. I think that's the second mesh done for this evening. The normals looks fine. I'll probably have some things to clean up. I don't need UV maps. Clear. No, we're going to keep the custom data. Because it means these are sharp. Perfect. What else? Attribute is black. That's fine. Don't need that right now. But there's actually a color. What? Okay. Let's add. Clicking everything right now. Vertex paint. Just made it all red. Save. Name. Some barbell. Oh, 2. And caps lock, of course. Supply. Remove unwanted stuff like these. Save and what else? Yep, that's all for today. What else should we do? We should just export it, I think. Can I do that? I can. click the minus button, and I'll have a different number. Perfect. Unreal 5, vertex color preset with everything correct. Tangent space, triangulate faces. Let's do an export. Back to Unreal. So much you just added to this. Yeah, let's keep it to these folders for now. And well, there's the recompute. It's off. Perfect. Let's see. That does not look correct in any shape or form. What is going on? Why are you doing that? Okay, let's do it this way then. Clear. Select you and you. Set from face. Save, export, barbell, re-import. Did not fix it. Hey, Cobbler, how you doing? Welcome back. As always, I'm struggling with these dang normals again. I feel like I fix it, and then all of a sudden, nope, you did not fix it. Awesome. Do it this way then. God dang it. You're welcome. It's always nice to have you here, so I'm glad to say hi. What is going on? Is there some overlapping stuff? Ooh, what's there? Oh, yes. Oh, okay. I think I know what happened. When I mirrored, I didn't delete this face or split it, so it started creating an overlap. Makes sense. That makes sense. Re-import, and you're fixed. Right? Almost fixed. Well, I'm on a roll today. I'm actually done with the second model, so awesome. Oh, for cleanup then. Probably should try that. Do I need to be in vertex mode or in edit mode general? Oh, there we go. Edit mode. Well, there's 3 edit modes, isn't there? Faces. Oh, what was that? Nothing to remove. Oh, that's nice to see. It says small note. Nothing to remove. Oh, no. Don't want to remove those. Oi. What happened? What's going on? Yeah, I was probably already clean. Let's see. I don't need to be in this part anymore. Should probably remove some of these, collapse it into these parts. It's too few birds to worry about, so I'm fine. So did you get your, what was it? You were working on a ship, right? Or was that just an experiment? Did you get it to work? No, you had to run away because you had an errand. Oh, okay, so it's just an experiment. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I can see some really nice benefits if you can just create the, let's call them the rib cages of the boat. Then you can just do bridge tool across the entire thing. That could be really fast way of doing it. Let's do a re-import. Did I? I did. Yeah, so I got 2 assets done today. I'm probably going to do a third one. But I'm thinking of taking a quick break. I'm not going to leave the computer, but I've got kind of caught up in that game. The Gamble game. I'm 2 out of 2 right now. Managed to convert to correct art, cover art, and guess the right game. I guess we can just move on. What is this? What is this? What is that? Is that some kind of breastplate? That looks like, I'd say, that's not PlayStation 2. Weird angle. I mean, it is a male chest, so we're fine. But that is not PlayStation 2, I think, because looking at the breastplate, I'm thinking that is a metallic map, the PBR. And if I'm not mistaken, I might be, of course, but I don't think PBR was used during PlayStation 2 era. But that said, I have no idea what this is. Ooh, that's a good guess. Wait, it's not the first Tekken then, because the first Tekken is PlayStation 1, right? And could it be 4 or 5? Because I don't think this is a PlayStation 2. I think this is PlayStation 3, or PC, of course, but... Oh, look at that. Yeah. No, it's the wrong franchise. That looks like one of the Street Fighter, or the characters from... Is it Tekken, or is it Street Fighter? The one with this hair that goes straight out, old man hair. Is this Street Fighter? Which one, though? Not Alpha, but that's really old, isn't it? Turbo. I also think Turbo is really, like, super old. You think it's 2? You think it's Street Fighter 2? Or Tekken 2? Because isn't Street Fighter 2, like, Super Nintendo? I think it's... Okay. I'm way off, so... No. Who the hell is that? I have no idea. Who is that? What are we looking at? Is she Asian? Probably. I'm going to assume it's a female. Might not come through the stream, but it looks more female than male. But yeah, it is very androgynous. Is that the word? What game is it, though? Seems to be some Asian game because there's these banners. It's ma'am. Yes, it's ma'am. I have no idea. What do we know about... Oh, this one, Dynasty something, right? Could it be? It's not Dynasty Warriors, is it? No. Is it a samurai game? Is it a ninja game? Could it be, what's the name of that difficult Ninja Gaiden? Could it be Ninja Gaiden? Like 2 or something? What on earth am I looking at? Does this mean it is a fighting game? For Xbox 360? Pro Fighter, Virtual Fighter or something? Because you have Tekken, you have Street Fighter, then you have Virtual Pro Fighter or something like that. Virtua Fighter. Not the Virtua Fighter? I think it's a fighting game, though. It is a fighting game. Yeah. Ooh, Yakuza. Yakuza, is that a fighting game, or isn't that a... Ooh, which one, though? We go with 2? Because I was pretty sure Yakuza was like a storyline game. You want to go with 2? Let's go with 2. I think that's as good as it gets. No, it's not right. Role-playing. PlayStation 3. Not right franchise. We're not even right franchise. And I think this is way older than Yakuza. This looks like, I'm not sure which period it is, but it looks like there's probably samurais and ninjas involved. And I think Yakuza is a more modern mafia. Is it a random game? Yeah. Could very well be a random game. I have no idea. I'm gonna try Virtue Fighter. I think it's wrong. Let's just try one. See if it's... What is it? Samurai? Well, the Way of the Samurai 3. Well, Samurai would have been a good guess, wouldn't it? What is this? PlayStation, PC, 360 fighting game. All right. Yeah. I think I said Samurai, but at the same time, I didn't make a guess on so. It felt too easy to say, oh, it's a Samurai game. No, well, that felt way too easy. All right. That's fun. One more? Yeah, we can do one more. Let's do one more. I got time. Want to go for character instead? I want to try character. I've never tried that. Ooh. Red, the character is incorrect. Green, the character is from the same franchise. We must guess who they are. I'm probably not going to be good at this. I guess that's some kind of aliens thing. All right. Wait. This is a Monster Hunter character, isn't it? I feel this is a Monster Hunter character. I have no idea, though. I don't know the names in Monster Hunter. I've never played it. I just realized I don't know names. I am terrible with names. Well, I mean, it's not I just realized that for the first time in my life that I'm terrible with names. I'm just hit me that why am I trying to guess character names when I don't know anything about characters in video games? I know Link, I know Zelda, I know those types, but this? Oh, I didn't even know. Can I even try like once? No. Peter Poppy. I'm going to give up on this one. Honestly, I have no idea. I'm just going to try. This is wrong. So wrong. Oh yeah, it's definitely Monster Hunter. It's probably from the new one. The Wilds, is that the one? The blacksmith. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the blacksmith from the... Well, she's a returning character, isn't she? She's not the first time she's appears in this franchise. But right? I'm just gonna Cammy. That's Street Fighter, sure, but let's go. I mean, I don't know. Millie? Yes, Miles. I have no idea. Emily. All right. Yeah. Drakengard. That's the only one. That's Emil or Emil. I'm just gonna like it's her. You know her, but not by name. Search by game name. But what? I can't. Wait, what? Didn't I just type that in? I did type Monster Hunter, didn't I? Or okay, so that was the handicap I got, the clue. All right, we got it. Yeah. What was the name again? Gemma. Little Miss Forge. There you go. I mean, we knew it was her straight away. We have to give us that. I think it's unfair otherwise. All right. You thought it was Gemma? All right. I believe you. Oh, you thought it spelled with a J, not a. Yeah. That would be. How do you? How does that work? If I spell it with a J, but everything else is correct, would it give me that option? Or you have, yeah, you have that too. Could probably with an I. Yama. Who knows? All right, we need to select another asset. Should we go for the third one in a row? Irish, yes. I think we could go for the third one. This one is even more fun. Ooh, that bend. How the hell would I do that? All right. Let's go for it. Port. Go. Export. Import. Save. Save as. Back. All right, so this is what we made. So we need to import. Now, this is going to be fun. I need to save this part. Let's save that part. Ooh. Yeah, let's not put it. Or wait, how is it done? They just made a loop inside. This is tough. I don't want to put it in this corner, I think. Instead, come on, I want to put it just before the bend happened. Extra mesh objects provide pipe joint meshes. What? You mean somewhere? Is that an add-on I need to enable? Extra mesh objects. I don't think I have that. If it's a... Okay, it's an add-on. Let's check it out. Is it a default Blender? Or do you need to download it? I'm not downloading it. It's vanilla? Okay. Nothing. Could it be... You sure about the name? Oh, here we go. It's an install. All right. And it's active. Round cube. Thank you. Gears. Oh, nice. Pipe joints. There we go. I assume then. Ooh, here we go. Oh, nice. What is that? Okay. All right. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. That's nice. Cool. Good to know. It's always fun that we can get our lessons in. So I want to keep it this part. And this part. Okay. Let's do it that way. I'm just going to put it in these places for now. Do that. And before I forget, this part needs to be deleted. And we have it in this part. Wait, what? Why didn't that work? Why isn't my add-on working? Yes, add CA. It's fun. It's a good opportunity for me to grab some water. So I'm going to do that while they are running. And I assume. So what do you think about my new overlay? It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's it kind of put me off guard. What I had starting soon going that screen and ads. I always run ads the first thing I do, and this screen jumped in. So it was sitting there like looking like a monkey, and like, oh well, hi, we're alive apparently. So there you go. That was fun. So I need to remove the option of overriding the starting students stuff. All right, so I'm just going to run away to grab some water. I'll be back in like less than 30 seconds or something like that. So see you in a bit. All right. We got 20 something seconds left. We're going to go for a bit longer since it's Saturday night. At least I want to get this asset done. I'm not sure if I want to go for another one. If I can do something else. So I'm not sure what that will be either, so we'll see. All right, breaks, ads should be done. All right. The fun thing though about ads, and I should probably figure something out, is that I haven't made a single cent on them so far, which is kind of annoying. But it is what it is. Where are you? Why is it? I don't like this. Okay, I'm gonna try something because it's hella wrong. I don't know why, but the add-on isn't working. Okay, so all we needed was a restart. Awesome. Go back to main. And there we go. I assume there's actually a asset, or sorry, a gym equipment out there that looks like this. But I don't think I want it, that. I think I want the round one, as we had before. Let's see if we can get that back. Let's go for mesh. Move you out of the mesh. Delete. There we go. And no, let's not do it that way. Well, actually, we can do it this way. Think about it. Let's do it that way. I guess I could save that part too. Should have done this from the beginning. Here we are. Easy said than done. There we go. I guess what I need then is to add a edge and a bevel. I'm sure I have enough surface to work with. Something like that. Let's go with face, align. Should we try? Oh, that's not correct. It's not even close. Shouldn't be convex. Which part? Let's see. I'm gonna hide you for now. Instead of inserting the face inwards. So the reason I'm insetting inwards is to create a circle. I can then create something like this, which I kind of need to combine. It's one of those trust the processes. It's trust the process. You'll see. And perhaps I'm confusing you the way you're saying with something else, but I'll show you and see if it does make sense. Let's create a vertex group. Now I'm trying something new though. Assign. Then we're going to group. Target object, this one. That's not even close. Oh, is it because I'm targeting myself? Is that the thing? Oh, that might be. That might be. So what if this needs to be gone? All right. That's almost what I want. Let's make you active. Let's go to vertex. I'm gonna do a Z snap. Oh, sorry. I need to have it on active elements. No. Why are you going down that path? You're not meant to do that. You're meant to go straight in. What's going on? Oh, it's a project. Oh, okay, okay. I think that makes more sense. No, apparently not. Oh, this is a test. So let's see if I can. Well, that's almost. Not really, but close. No. Or should be surface. Hey, Toasty. How are you? And welcome. Well, I'm modeling a few gym equipments for a game we're making. Right now, I'm just kind of experimenting, wanting this thing to snap to the other one. But I wanted a new method. The previous one was just manually snapping. Now it's more like, well, why can't I just do it procedurally? But apparently that is not how it works. So what have you been up to today? Why isn't this working? All right, never mind. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Let's do it the old-fashioned. Bounding, space, snap. Slow, but it's working. Am I a professional? Yes, I guess that is what I am. I am getting paid, not today, but I do work as a 3D modeler for another company. So yes, I guess that's my answer. And next, we need to move these. Perhaps not. Do I need to shrink that first? That might be the answer. Probably. Probably have to shrink the other one first. Make sure it's within those quads. Let's do that. Don't really want to, but I don't see any other way right now. Then select this one, this one. You're new to Blender, but you can't really believe how such a professional 3D software is free. That is the thing. It is kind of mind-blowing, and it's been free for a long time, but not always. That's the thing. Blender hasn't always been free, but it's been free for a long time. So yeah, no, I agree with you. It's kind of amazing. And then you have Godot. That's also a software that's amazing, apparently. Never tried myself, but my brother, who's a coder, kind of lives and dies by Godot, it feels like sometimes. He comes up with, like, shows me videos, YouTube videos all the time. Cobbler, transfer data modifier helps. Maybe. Yeah, perhaps. I'm not sure if can the transfer data modifier transfer to the. Can it snap points to a face? That's my thing. I'm not sure if it can, but we can always check. Let's see, transfer. So you have vertex data. We don't want to transfer vertex data. Mapping. What do you do? Yeah, I'm not convinced. Vertex data might be a position, but I don't want to transfer my vertex to another vertex, so that's not the thing. Edge data, no. Face data might be. But can a vertex hold face data? Face data, I don't think they can. Pretty sure they can't, because the face has a lot more information, right? Because it needs to keep track of 2 triangles, 4 verts per face. So if you can find something, Cobbler, then sure. But I'm not convinced that it's possible to use transfer face data. Toasty, if you're still here, you interested in game development or just looking for fun? Because you have nothing else to do today, or I don't know. Sounded worse than I meant, but I'm kind of curious if you're here because you're interested in game development, or if you're just here because you're walking around Google more. Let's go with that. Walking around Google. That's the dumbest thing I ever said. That's good enough. No, not base, vertex. No, I have not. I worked on a game that's already been published. It was a online MMO RPG game. Not one of the big ones, but it is an old, quite thriving game. Then I worked on a few other projects that were never released. But this is my first personal project I'm working on that I intend to release. Although I'm not going to say too much about payments so far. We might ask for payments because we're a team that we're working on this game. We'll see if we decide on taking or asking for money or not. It is early in development though, so you can see what we have so far is my assets that I've made. Very simple stuff, nothing more than models so far, with a few tests when it comes to colors. So it's way far from being done. And then we have the main level, which hopefully if I press play, no, it's still broken. Okay. Unfortunately, it's still broken. The idea is that you will have characters. Often we're looking at pixel characters that will be NPCs running around our gym, and we're going to manage them, right? Make sure they have right equipment, asking for the right amount of money so we can keep on expanding. But the twist for us is depending on who and what you place, like who comes to your gym depends on what you place in your gym. So the equipment matter. If you want buff gym bros, you're going to have to place something like squat racks, right? But if you want more of the yoga types, you're going to have to place yoga mats out to some capacity. So let's have fun with it. Let's make fun of everything we're here. Let's make fun of the hypertrophy ideas. Let's fun of reps before like bro reps or whatever we can think of. And that's kind of where we're at or what we're aiming for. But it's really early. I think we're only on the third week or so. And we do have in real life, like IRL stuff. So it's going to take some time before we get anything done. So it's a slow-paced project. Let's see. We need to combine. All right. And it doesn't go all the way around. Awesome. Because why? It is one of these are not connected. Which one is it? Is it you? Nope. It was only that one. Finally. There we go. All right. There you go, Cobbler. This is what I aimed for. If this makes sense. And it works. And it should give me enough. Fair enough. Yeah. And it should give me enough space for one more above, I think. Let's push this down again. So now I want one that's on top. I need to borrow this part. Turn this off. Oh, wait. Yeah. You know what? Let's try something. This is going to be an interesting experiment. Let's thin it ever so slightly. This is going to be fun. I think this is going to be fun. So let's move this down. Let's say that's probably good enough. All right, so how would this work? I want to use the revolve, is it? Is that what it's called? Or is it? Oh, spin. It's called spin in Blender. Okay. But to use that, I need my cursor at a specific spot. So I think I'm going to need it at this point. And next, we're going to select these. I'm going to do the spin. That's not correct. Let's do an angle of 0. And 90. Why isn't that working? Oh, is it because I had the wrong? Tool. All right, so I need to choose the axis. Would be X. There you go. And let's move you. There we go. Perfect. Negative 90. That's awesome. I like this tool. Let's do 8. And let's delete these faces. Combine. Okay, that's not what I want. Right, I need to keep that filled. Because I want to move these down first. What's going on? There we go. All right. Let's go to vertex. And let's snap. There we go. So, combine. Oh, I forgot you. Hmm. Kinda not did work. Nope. I go all the way. I can't. Awesome. Thank you. Let's go back, select you, and I need to see from below, I think. Or maybe not. What about bridge? So right now, what I'm struggling with is that I don't have enough space down here to fix the bevel, but bridge might be a good choice once I fix this part. That is actually an issue. Or no, it's not really an issue. What we can just do is blah. There we go. Done. And fill in. Oh, that is the dumbest thing I've done. I can't do that. Of course I can't. Because I need... There we go. So the problem is that I want this bevel that I'm going to make at the end of this bridge, you want to call it, or handle, to be roughly the same length as the one next to it. And I think this is pushing it, so I might have to limit down a bit. Yeah, I'm scaling it with the Alt-S move, which I'm not sure how to explain that actually, but it is part of like a normal scale. It doesn't really affect this part. So this part is still in the center. Yep. Not sure what to call it. Is it like a normal scale or... I'm not sure. Why aren't you snapping? Rift Z? Oh, no, that's definitely not the one I was meant to put. That just jumps between. No, it says something right here. Snap target for individual elements. Oh, sorry. Alt-S. Why isn't it snapping? That's annoying. Well, that did something. Do I need to go individually? Like one at a time? That's really not fun. Yeah, it's a strength flatten. The way it works is, from my understanding, is that it looks at the normals of your mesh and looks like, or of each vert, and kind of scales it along that normal, but it ignores open faces or not, or manifold faces. I'm not sure what's called anymore. But yes, it's a shrink flatten. That's the name of the tool. Yeah, it's really nice. It has saved me so many times. So if you have a chance, definitely try it. Okay, let's combine you two this time and remove. And on. There we go. That's better. Let's try it. All right, now I have too much space. Fair. It's working. It's working, and I'm happy. That is probably not ideal to have whatever you want to call this. That's a pole, right? Because it has quite a lot of you know what we could do, which is a really hack, but let's do that. Yep. It worked. It gave me my quads back, and I should be happy with that. Because look at this. Like for a single. It is a weld, yeah. And for a single evening, I'm quite happy that I made this. Because this type, although it's not the most complicated thing you can do, it is quite a lot of, you need to plan, do a lot of planning. I think it works. It's a bit of a shading issue, but from a distance, that's not going to be noticeable. Now I'm curious, what the hell is this tool for? Is it what do you call it? Deadlifts? I don't know. I've never used one of these before. Curls and hand rest? Yeah, I can see the curls, like something like a hammer curl where you hold like this and you pull it towards you. But what about the bent bars? I assume it's kind of like you can stand in between, lift. Is that how you would do it? I don't even know what to search for if I had to Google. Because I am quite curious to what it does. There's something you put your arm over? Something you put your arm over. Yeah, if you have something, I'm curious because, again, I kind of think I know how it's used, but the way I'm thinking is probably wrong because this thing is not big enough, what I'm thinking of, which is you would hold onto these and pull up like a deadlift. So you would go down, up, and down. I don't see the point. Other than that, you might have to flip it over. You would have these rolling bars towards the floor. Then perhaps, no, that makes no sense. I would never use it though. Well, either way, we're done with this one. This is number 3. So let's make sure we have everything on it. Triangulate. Let's apply. Let's make sure distance. You're not talking about the round ones. You're talking about the ones that goes plane with the floor. Those handles. Yeah, they would definitely be from some type of hammer curl or curl in general, right? But I'm curious why these are here. One guess I have is if it's for curling, then these rounded bars is towards the floor and you can kind of roll them up. So it would be a lot easier to put on plates. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's my best guess. I'm pretty sure that's way off. Oh, don't need the groups anymore. Of course, I forgot this part. Needs to be. There we go. I guess color can still be there. View map's gone. What about the color, by the way? What is the color? Red. Good enough. Save. Barbell. Let's export. Barbell 3. Yeah. Ooh, ads. You know what? Okay, snooze for 5 minutes. I thought I could get more than 5. All right. We'll snooze for 5 minutes then. And it needs to be correctly named, or I forget. Go. Did I put the correct name on the other ones? Probably didn't. That's right. That's not even close. Yes. Awesome. Let's see. Back in Unreal. Back in version 3. Import. Ooh. Now that I look at it, did I not? I didn't even make the same. I didn't even make the same as. Not even close. And now ads are running. No, I think my streaming bot is not following. All right. Yeah, that's not going to work. We need to redo it. Why? It's not even close. This is the original. And this is what I made. I want to be closer to the original than this. And I think I can do it quite quick. So it's fine. Yeah. And I can only just do this. Delete those faces. Oh, I need to add. Of course. I don't have to do a lot of complicated stuff. And then this way, that way. Turn off triangulation for now. And also it needs to be below mirror. And let's take this part, delete. Move this up slightly. Then delete this part. And so this needs to be moved out ever so slightly. So like 3 out or something like that. This way, that way. Select this tool. -90. Don't need 8 this time. I think 5 is probably fine. And there we go. Done. I think. Probably. Close enough. Probably should remove this from the list. Don't want that song anymore. At least not in the streaming list. Let's apply. Let's make double sure everything's correct. That's fine. Back to Unreal. Import. You're still doing that. Why? Do I need to... Oh, I forgot that part. Yeah, ignore my ad message. I snoozed one more time. So there's a few more minutes until the next ad. I'm probably going to do it one more time. I got 3 snoozes in total, so let's do that. Yeah, ads are not running. It's hard to automate stuff. Because there's always something. Hopefully in the end it's worth it, but yeah, it is. It does take a lot of time. My experience is though, sure, yes, it will take time, but once you get it, it's always good. And once you understand the basics, it tends to get a lot easier with time. Dang, I got 3 done today. That's amazing. Did I get this one? No, I didn't. There we go. So these 3, the top ones. Fun, because it was fun working with more traditional way of creating those bevels and what you want to call them, the seams. You call them welds. Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. Usually I would probably go for a Boolean approach. But this is just way too much work for a Boolean. Or sorry, the other way around. A Boolean would be way too much work for this level of detail. Let's see. Guess there's something else. I mean, I could go for another model. I'm not so sure. Then we have no, I think I might actually end it here. I did say I would go for longer, but it's just the same thing over and over again. So I will leave that for the next time. I do need to get up decently early tomorrow. Gonna finish off that video editing stuff. It's another full day in DaVinci. See what happens. Yeah. Let's snooze that for last time. Yeah. So there's gonna be another message in a few seconds. Going for another ad stuff. I'm gonna remove that streamer bot option. At least the ad break overlay. We'll see. I might actually kind of figure out how to remove ads completely for a while. It is not generating at all any money revenue wise. And one reason could be me doing something wrong when it comes to my accounts, payment stuff. But it could also be there's no way out of it. Probably not. Yeah, probably. That's as far as I know. That is what's going on. I don't know. There might be a way. Who knows? But the thing is, though, if people have ad blockers, there's no money for it. So there's no money in it. But either way, I am done. So let me save. Let's do this. Let's go to notes. We don't need this anymore. And double check. The Brave browser? I haven't used that. I haven't actually looked into it at all. So I wouldn't know anything about it. But isn't it based on Chrome? With, of course, quite a lot of updates, but I think it's based on Chrome. Yeah, okay. No, I understand completely if people don't want ads. Even if no one had ad blockers while watching my stuff, it's just not going to make any revenue. Not in a big way. So for me right now, streaming is just for fun. It's not what I'm going to live off or make anything within next, I don't know. If I had to take a gamble or a guess, I would say it will take me at least a year or more before there's any money involved in streaming. And I'm basing it out two things mainly. One thing is I don't think people are ready for a new streamer. Which is understandable because I do roughly the same thing, is we want people who are already kind of into streaming and have been doing it for a while. They are experienced. They're not going to leave within the next year or so. Nowadays, ads is out of hands. Yes, as far as I've heard. I'm actually paying for Twitch stuff, so I don't get ads. But yeah, but there's another reason why I think it's going to take me a while to start generating money is that from my research and understanding after listening to other streamers, being found on Twitch is near impossible because you're always ranked low when you have low view counts. And that's the irony. There's a moment 22? Is that what it's called? You want to be discovered, but because you have low numbers, you can't be discovered. So you're still on the bottom. And as long as you're on the bottom, you have low numbers, but you need more. It just keeps going round and around. So for me, streaming is a fun hobby right now, and I'm going to focus more on YouTube stuff. But 3D community always will find you. Yeah, sure. I agree. So that might be the third reason why I'm still on fairly few numbers, is not 3D community in itself, but I'm still not entertaining enough, if that makes sense. I have people who follow me and they show up. You are one of them, Cobbler. Absolutely. But when people do show up for the first time, yes, sure, they can give a follow, but very few come back on a regular basis. And maybe that's just thing. Maybe that's just how it works. And you have to kind of build up large enough following that eventually you will have those 10, 20 people here all at the same time. We'll see. I'm just going to give it a try. For sure. Yeah. I never got into this expecting people, like 100 people to follow me the first month or two. Like I'm in the long run thinking, you know what? Give it 2 years, then we'll see. All right, I can't do anything about this ad. So instead of it running, where I'm going to cut it short, I'm going to cut it here. So Cobbler, thank you for showing up. As always, you are a cliff in the stormy sea of streaming. And, or a rock, that's what it's called. It's not a cliff, you're a rock. And for everyone else, if there's someone out there lurking around, thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. And please join me on Tuesday while I'll be streaming 9 p.m. Central Eastern Standard Time. And I'm also on YouTube. So it's Everkindle Studio on YouTube. In my About page, there's links if you're curious. So other than that, I think that is it. So thank you everyone for showing up. Thank you, Cobbler, as always. And see you all on Tuesday. Bye-bye.